and numbers. Leave a comment, let me know you're here. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs. How are we all at 9 o'clock on this Monday morning? Is it Monday where you are? Is it some other day? Hey Shannon. Hey Michelle. Lisa, how you going? Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, let's get this show on the road. I want to just grab... Okay, Lisa is first, but that's not who I was trying to tick, which is absolutely fine because you're on my radar. But I just want to scroll back up to make sure I grab that one. Alright, beautiful. Alright, so how are you this morning? Let me pull a card for you. Hope you all had a nice weekend. Okay, giving the cards a good shuffle, but yeah. Alright, let's go. Alright, so when I sit with your cards, you've got the Take a Moment card and you've got Improvements, Worries and Doubt, and I just wanted to see a little bit. So you've got the Crossroads, Support and Female card. Alright, beautiful. The message, I want to smirk because the message was quite clear as soon as I put the cards down the stand. What they're saying to you is, take a moment to breathe, okay? Take a moment. Rest and gratitude are needed. And when rest and gratitude are needed, gratitude isn't about not being grateful and all those beautiful little things. It's about sort of when we step out into the world and we can see the beauty that's all around us, you know, the smell of a flower, the look of a cloud against a blue sky. I always enjoy the green of the trees against the sky. All of those kind of little bits and pieces, absolutely gratitude on the bigger things, but stop to enjoy the smaller things in life. Make sure that you're present in the moment. Because the improvements card that's there, as soon as I put that card down, they went, she's not grabbing all the improvements that are there around. So like improvement of self and situation shows things are trying to work around you, things are trying to work for you at the moment. Just, as I said, take a moment and breathe a little bit and just kind of center yourself back to your point, and you're going to start to see those improvements and allow those improvements to come in quicker, okay? Worry and the doubt card falls straight after it, and that's where I want to say, I was literally just thinking about this card the other day, actually. I always have a big pie in front of me, you know, and if someone says to you, listen, all your problems will be solved if you eat this huge ash pie, and you're like, oh my God, I'll vomit, cut it up, you know, into quarters or to eighths, and, you know, over the course of a day, you can finish that pie, for example, without overwhelming yourself. Your worries, your doubts, your problems need to be the same. We think about 10 things at once, it's like, oh my freaking God. But when we break it all down, it's like, oh, okay, I can actually manage that, okay? And so when I continue to pull your cards, the answer is in them. You've got the Crossroads cards that says, so asking you, make a choice, make a decision, make a choice to change the direction into which way you're thinking just a little bit, okay? Taking into consideration what we've just spoken about. Know that you've got lots of support around you. However, the changes, the things that you want, the energy that you're trying to bring to you is going to be done by you, because that's what this female card represents. Let's see if I can get the words up. See, but the partner, it can represent a partner, but what it represents is this has to come from within. And that's what I'm talking about. The power, the energy and everything has to come from within, okay? Has to come from within. You have to be the master of your own ship, all right? So I hope that that helps, and I hope that that gives you something to reflect about. There's a positive energy that's floating around, just needs a little bit more permission to be allowed to come in, okay? Beautiful. Now, Shannon, I want to grab on to Shannon. Good morning, Shannon. How are you going? Let me just throw the cards back in. Sorry, a little bit of a... I like the cards shuffled. All right, let's have a look, Shannon. Huh. You got a jump card. You got 2 jump cards. Interesting. All right, let's have a look. Come back. Nice. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Interesting. All right, there's always a theme to the day, and I always giggle because it always comes out within the first 2 or 3 readings. All right, so when I sit with your card, Shannon, you've got the Crossroads card that's there, which talks about, again, decisions, choices, and directions, okay? Now, you've also got the Letting Go card, which talks about the releasing the binds that are around you, followed by the Worry and Doubt card, hence my giggle. Now, your Jump card out of the deck was actually the Improvements card, so you literally, there's a lot of duplicity sitting here, and you guys can see it kind of happens on its own, which is where the themes come from. But when your Jump cards, let me stop dribbling on. You've got the Improvements card, but you've also got the Transformation card that's there, okay? So when I sit with the card, Shannon, that's, again, what they're talking about. You've got a decision, and you also have a choice in the direction in which you choose to go, okay? You're sitting at the moment with things around you that are holding you back, and I do feel internal with this. I feel like it's, I don't want to be just as bland as, pardon me, saying like confidence and those kind of little bits and pieces. I feel like there's some back, I'm going to use the word trauma, but let's keep it in context for what that means to you, okay? And by letting go, we release the binds that hold us, okay? We release the binds that hold us. And so, again, you heard what I said around the worries and doubts, I'm sure, breaking them down and just having a look and going, okay, where do I want to be? What do I want to do? What's the issues around me right now? Boom, 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 boom. What can I do to fix? And start working through one at a time, at a time, at a time. And I know it seems, I hear the word I can't in the back, and I, again, don't want to suggest that that's what you're yelling, but I certainly want to suggest that there's some, you know, it presents a challenge for you. But I want to really, really emphasise, do not bring that word I can't in. I can't have been doing this. No. Okay, it's all energy that can become fresh and become reinvigorated with determination and all of those kind of little bits and pieces. So no is not an answer. Not an acceptable answer as far as everyone on here goes as, you know, I can't, shit, don't want to hear it. Okay, when you do that, as I said, you've got the Jump cards there, which says you're going to see improvements of self and situations around you, which is going to see you transforming, blossoming more into your true self, okay? So if things around you aren't where they quite want to be right now, it all comes down to the choices and the decisions and the direction in which you choose to go at this point in time, okay? It's almost like it's going to dictate the next 12 months for you. All right, Shannon, so I hope that that helps, and I hope it gives you a little bit of insight as to what you need to do at this point in time. Okay, let's keep on going. Good morning, Vicky. Hey, Sarah. Hello, Sandra. All right, so I'll stop here for a second. Beautiful, of course. Melissa Brady would love a birthday reading. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, let's have a look. Melissa. It's very full. Let's go pop, pop, pop with you. Pop, pop, pop. Nice, okay. The theme of the day. Okay. So when I sit with your cards, Melissa, you've got the Be Positive card, the Frustration card, Catch the Rainbow card. Follow the story through. It's asking you to have a look at the bigger picture, that there are some improvements coming in, but there's a little bit of cleaning out to do. So let me describe. So the Be Positive card talks about the fact that your attitude is a choice. And then what it talks about and tries to represent is that it doesn't matter what adversities or what challenges we're facing at the time, we still have a conscious choice as to how we choose to react, how we choose to move through, even when those challenges and adversities give us feelings and emotions that we're not necessarily choosing to have. I don't choose to be scared, I don't choose to be worried, I don't choose to have a little bit of anxiety around this. We can certainly stop in those moments and go and register that feeling and then work from there and go, okay, I'm feeling anxious. What am I going to do to look after myself and nurture myself through that? And, you know, the perspective that we have around as well. And so just have a look at that collectively around at the moment, because you've got the Frustration card that comes straight after it, which talks about just need to take a breath and regroup. You know, when things like, oh, my freaking... It's usually because, again, we need to take a breath. Things can be coming in too fast. All of those kind of little bits and pieces, okay? So just kind of take a moment and sit and see where that energy is around, because Then you've got the goals card, which talks about going out and catching the rainbow, remembering that your goals are not impossible, that track that you've put yourself on is still very much in place. We've just got to make sure that we're not throwing gravel in our way, you know, and if there is a bit of gravel in our way, that we've got our good walking shoes on and not walking barefoot over it, because it freaking hurts. But just remembering your goals are not impossible, and just to focus a little bit more on the bigger picture, long term, beyond self and moments that are there, okay? That's where you see the improvements and all of those kind of little bits and pieces come in. And then you get the clearing out the stable. So out with the old and in with the new, okay? So off the back of all of that, there's going to be a little bit of realisation like, oh, okay, this isn't necessarily working for me, or this isn't in my higher good. This doesn't align to where I want to be. All of those kind of little bits and pieces, so a little bit of energy to clear out. I take birthdays as my new year. It was my birthday, about a week ago, I think. Anyway, and so for me, it's all like, what do I want to achieve? And this is, you know, for me, it's my 43rd year. Just don't tell anyone. What do I want out of this year? What do I want to achieve out of this year? What does it mean to me this year? Okay, and so bring in a little bit of that energy, and you're going to see that this can actually be quite a kick-ass year for you. I feel good. I feel strong. All right. So I hope that helps, Melissa. Hope that helps. And guys, just remember, please, if you do enjoy your reading, absolutely do appreciate a positive recommendation on Google or on Facebook. No need to share the post if you're not able to, but I do absolutely appreciate if you guys can leave me some thumbs and some hearts. It does help my algorithm and helps me get out there. Bookings are open and available as well, guys. I think I'm booked. No, I think there's still a couple of spots this week. All right, let's get going. You're very welcome, Melissa. Sandra, I'm going to read for you, but I'm not going to answer your question specifically, okay? But it keeps catching my eye, so I want to address it. I want to pull your cards first, and I want to say there's a lot more energy here just around, like a simple return isn't the answer. It just isn't the answer. It's like, see what card turned over? The dead end card. It's like if you got, a broken down car, like I do at the moment, with a radiator. So like say for example, you know, I bring my car back with a broken radiator, I can drive it 5 minutes up the road and it's just going to do the same thing. We're going to end up in exactly the same position that I was before, and it's the same energy that's here, okay? It's the same energy that's here. So we need to have a look and see as to what's going on. And what's going on for you as well, there's so much energy in this. So much energy in this. That's why I didn't want to just address that question. Let's have a look and see. It's one of those things too, and guys, for those of you who have been following me long enough to know, I don't interfere with free will, with readings. I don't think it's morally apt to muck around with people's free will. So let's have a look and see what's going on here. I want to say to you, Sandra, that the energy that's within this relationship is too toxic at the moment, and even if it's just a logistical side of things involved as well as what's going on that's here, because I can feel that in my heart, the missing and everything else like that, it's still I'm just going to speak openly and honestly, it's still not an excuse not to look after yourself. It's still not an excuse for you to not find your own happiness. It's not an excuse for life to stand at a standstill around that. And the reason why I kind of want to emphasize that in an absolutely respectful way is because I feel the neglect around you. I want to nurture you. I want to love you, and it's all that kind of energy that sits there. I feel that once you honour yourself a little bit more, the energies around you will have no choice but to honour you a little bit more, and I don't feel you've been receiving the honour that you're meant to. Alright, so when I pull cards for you, it's talking about just remembering that your goals are not impossible, okay? Your goals are not impossible. So for whatever your goal is right here, it is not impossible. However, you need to focus on your self-care. As I said, truth, awareness and honour need to be paramount around you, okay? Procrastinating over this, creating delays to avoid action. No. you know, a song starts playing in my head as I do that, and I'm trying to find a nice appropriate way to speak. And I was like, oh, I'll just say the song that's in my head. Yeah, song, killing me softly with his words. I'm not going to sing too long because I can't. That is what comes in my head when I put this song down, okay? Listen to the song even, but yeah. Honour yourself through this. You've got the uncertainty card and you've got the gratitude and rest are needed, but your outcome is the joy card, okay? Joy, peace, happiness and harmony. But I want to say that card's not coming in until these two things, self-care and procrastination, are dealt with, okay? I don't want to look at the marriage necessarily, and I'm not disregarding that question around, I want to look at you and how you're feeling and how you're going through this process that's there, okay? And then get you to decide at the end if this is something that you even want, okay? I know you're going to say yes right now. However, there's a lot of energy in between. All right, take this time to find you again, all right? And again, I can hear the I can'ts and everything else like that. What you choose to do with that is your choice. But I very much want to say you can. You've got such a beautiful energy, which is why I chose to kind of read onto your cards, because I want to say, hey, just don't disappear in all of this, okay? Don't disappear in all of this. You shine way too brightly. Don't let this diminish your flame. All right. Nene. Alright, I want to kick your bum a little bit. Why? Okay, so you've got the balance, the health, the dead end card. Okay, for follow your story, you've got the be positive, intuition, stand strong. Let me explain. So the balance card, this card talks about the yin and the yang of life, okay? So yes, little things can be a bit out of whack, but this card wants to look at the big things that are out of whack around you as well, okay? When we talk about health, I'm sure you're aware because I know you've watched before, but it's not just about physical health, it's about mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, and all of those kind of little bits and pieces in between. And when I'm sitting with these two cards, I'm literally getting a picture of you disregarding. And again, I don't want to be out of context with that. I don't want to say you've just written yourself off by any hands of the stick, but I feel like you know what I'm smirking about when I say that there's things that are around you right now that you could be doing a little bit better towards yourself. Okay? And you realise that way doesn't work because you've got the dead end card. This way does not work, okay? So I want you to kick your bum a little bit. Bring in that be positive attitude, because your attitude is a choice. I want you to trust your intuition. I want you to trust that niggly feeling that's around you right now going, hello, pay attention to you. And stand strong through that, okay? Stand strong through that energy, because when you do, yeah, you need to let go of things that no longer serve. Yes, you've got a choice in that. You see your completion out. Nice. Okay, one door closes and another one opens, but now I've pulled 9, I've got to pull 12. All right. You need to be very mindful not to feel like the things that you're trying to achieve aren't going to happen, because they are, okay? And once you do that, you'll see the changes that you've been wanting to bring in around you come in. What you need to know most for yourself is let go of things that are holding you back, because you are secure in your life and your choices, and you're leading to prosperity. I'm going to sneeze, sorry. I was trying to hold it. And healing's going to come in as well, but you just need to be patient and allow that healing to come in, okay? But you are secure in your choices, and you are secure in letting go of those things that no longer serve you, okay? In fact, when you do, as I said, you get the prosperity card straight up after it, all right? So, Nene, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you a little bit of food for thought, and I hope that sees you smiling. All right, let's keep going. Welcome, guys, to those of you that are just stepping in. Please leave some hearts and thumbs up. Basically, it helps with my algorithm and helps get my live feed out there. As you guys are aware, this is all I do. I also appreciate if you like my Facebook page while you're here. Energy goes as energy flows. So if you appreciate my time, I appreciate yours by liking my Facebook page, please. You'll also see, as well as we're talking about on Friday night, which will be another live feed on Friday night, that you'll see up on the page very shortly some opportunities to have personalised meditations done. I'm actually doing a few of these just as a hey, who wants one, because I want to play around with my new equipment and get it down pat before I make it official. So that'll come up over the page this week as well. So if you're interested in that and you have like the Facebook page, you'll get notified on it. Alright, so let's keep going. Just a quick reminder while we're here, no legal, no pregnancy and no health questions on the live feeds. Alright. Sure. Pretty please. No worries, Sarah. Alright, whoa. I was going to say don't procrastinate. I was going to throw them back in because they weren't true jumps, but keep that in mind. Do not procrastinate. Alright, Sarah, let's have a look. Sarah. Oh, you got two. There you go. Won't you tell me your name? Okay, you've got one of my new cards that's there. So guys, I know that some of you have been watching me for a while. I'm not going to go through the deck and find them all, but there are some new entries in the deck. So one of them is a yes card, one of them is a no card, one of them is just a general leaf card that's there. If that comes up, I'll explain that. But the yes and the no card. So within my deck, you can take the yes, the no, and the leaf card and have that as your decision making, yes, no, or maybe. When I'm pulling a spread that's there, if you pull the yes card or you pull the no card, what I need to do is grab another card and I put that on top of the yes or the no, and that is something that you either need to focus on or something that you need to make sure you don't fall into. Okay, it's like an extra energy within the cards that's there. All right, so with all that said, Sarah, let me now read for you. So you've got the yes card, as you've seen on your first one, that's there. So what you need to very much focus on is self-belief and self-trust, okay? Because that is where it all begins. It creates the foundation of anything we want to create. If we don't believe in ourselves, it takes a fucking hell of a long time, and trust me, I know I spent years bashing myself so bad with self-criticism. So I know all about that, okay? So just kind of take into account that our solid foundation begins there. Because interestingly enough, okay, now you've got the where are you card. This is the biggest card in the deck, basically, as far as like, hey, let's pay attention here. Where are you? If you were to die today, okay, yes, it's a big thing. What are you going out with wishing that you'd done? Are you satisfied with the level of courage that you've shown? Are you satisfied with the level of who gives a shit, I'm just going for it energy that you gave to the world? Are you satisfied with the way that you loved yourself, you looked at yourself? All of those kind of little bits and pieces that's there. And for everything that you're going, no, I'm not actually, now is your opportunity and your time to have that awareness and actually start to change it. And all of you here that are here today, if you get 10 minutes, write a list. It only has to have a couple of things on there. If your list has to have 100, do 100, that's fine. Okay, but on that list, write for those things I said. No, I'm not satisfied with the courage I'm putting out into the world. For example, then I want you to write a counter list. Okay, Sarah? And on that second list that's there, so if number one is I'm not feeling like I'm putting enough courage in, I'm not satisfied with that, what can I do? What can I do? You need to bring in some self-awareness around that. Obviously, it's not going, okay, well, I'll have courage. It's like, oh, well, if everything was that easy, we'd all have courage, wouldn't we? You know, but with the energy that needs to come into it as well, all right? And so as I move forward with you, the two cards that you pulled out at once is your Spirit card, and when I made this deck, this is my deck that I use, Spirit asked to have a sign. I want a sign in there, much like we find our feathers, our 5-cent pieces and everything else like that. Spirit's like, no, I want to be in there too. So this is a Spirit sign, okay? And it's asking you to know that nothing changes if nothing changes, okay? Take a chance. Take a chance and roll the dice, because nothing changes if nothing changes. So, Sarah, I feel like you've actually got some really beautiful ideas brewing. There's things and places that you would like to be, and I don't want to necessarily suggest that everything's unhappy for you now, but you know that there's a bigger energy that's coming. And energies that be very much so wanting you to know that that is absolutely a possibility, but you need to just bring it back home to yourself a little bit first, okay? You need to clear out the stables of the energy that's sitting stagnant around you. So Sarah, I hope that helps, and I hope that gives you some food for thought. All right, let's keep going. Where did I go? Where did I go? Yeah, okay, I'll come back down, but I wanted to go to... Where'd you go? Alright, so you'll be just there. Casey! Hello. Alright, Casey. Be mindful, Casey, that alright, so I'm just going to speak what comes to my head because that's what my guides want me to do. If you lay with dogs, you get fleas. Okay, and as I say that statement, I feel like it's too big, and that's why I'm just going to say it as my guides say it. What I'm feeling around that, and as I'm focusing on you and I'm shuffling and things like that, is I feel like there's a couple of people around you that are pissing you off, basically. But I want to be poignant with this. Okay, these are energies and feelings of, you know what, this person doesn't actually invest as much into this friendship or this relationship as what I have. I don't feel honoured here. I don't feel this, I don't feel that. If it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it is a freaking duck. And just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind, okay? Over the next few weeks, just keep that in mind. You're going to need to know that. And you're strong. I already know that. You're nice and strong, okay? So all we need to do is know and deal with. It's not like, oh my God, you know. Oh, fuck, isn't it interesting? You've just pulled... You see, you guys can't see my board. I need to maybe try to change the camera angle a little bit, but I'm on the PC, but I spread the cards out. I pull 3 cards out, okay? So when I pull the same cards out there, it's kind of an absolute coincidence. There is no coincidences. Because even if I hadn't shuffled, I'm still pulling 3 cards randomly from the deck. So interestingly enough, and the reason why I share that is because you've got the yes card and the procrastination card that's sitting there. All right, so you've got the frustration card that comes straight up. Take a breath and regroup. Things are feeling a little bit frustrating around you at the moment, okay? But be open to embracing the changes that are there. It's almost like you feel it, you know it, you know, it's that energy. Knock, 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 knock that's sitting there. And you need to, because you've got the yes card that's sitting there, okay? You need to be open to embracing these changes. You need to be instigating some of these changes yourself. Procrastinating around it isn't going to do anything. In fact, it's going to affect your health. Okay, and as we know, physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional health. Okay, there's see external conflict. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to clear the stables out around you over the next few weeks. Okay, it's only like with 1 or 2 particular people, and I will admit I'm feeling a male energy, but not necessarily a relationship connection as far as lovers go here. Okay, so just keep that energy in mind. Don't fear doing this. Don't fear needing to do what you need to do, because you get the rainbow card that comes in straight afterwards. It just tells you that your goals are not impossible. You just need to be focusing a little bit more on the bigger picture. All right, so I hope that helps, Casey. I hope that helps, and I hope that gives you a little bit of food for thought. All right, awesome. You're very welcome. Very welcome. Oh, nice. Alright guys, so while you're here, I always appreciate if you can jump over and like my Facebook page. Alright, so I'm going to read for Mel, and then I'm going to flick the comments back down to the bottom. So guys, I do not mind if you comment more than once. Don't feel that you've only got to comment once. The questions come through so fast sometimes, especially when I'm at the bottom, because then I'm caught up in time and they just go tung, 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 tung. So please don't smash the page, because I will silence you. But absolutely feel free to comment more than once. If I haven't seen you in like 5 minutes, comment again, okay? Comment again. I do go to get to as many people as I possibly can, but I do read to just who I'm drawn to. If you have shared the page, if you do like my Facebook page, feel free to comment onto that as well. I don't specifically single people out, but if I'm drawn to you, I will certainly make sure I pay attention to you when I see that, okay? Alright, Mel. There's the procrastination card again. Alright, I need to follow this story a bit. Okay, so Mel, when I sit with your cards, you've got the grounding card that comes straight up, and it's just talking about take time to connect to Earth. Okay, so depending how hippy-dippy you are, it depends on views on grounding generally. Some people look at me like I'm mad when I talk about it, but you're an electrical system. The Earth is an electrical system, okay? when we sit and we stand barefoot on the earth and we just breathe, we close our eyes, imagine those energies transferring, imagine the roots, whatever else it is that works for you, we're grounding. Okay, we're slowing ourselves down, we're letting our body fall into a homeostasis. Okay, it's nice energy that's there. And I feel like you're burning the candle at both ends, you know, through hard work and through just being that loving, loyal person that you are and everything else like that. And then, you know, throw all the little tidbits in between and you're feeling burnt out, you're feeling exhausted. Okay, and so what I want to say to you is just be mindful of your balance. Be mindful of your balance. Who you're giving to, who you're taking from, what you're taking for yourself, what you're putting out into the world, all of those kind of little bits and pieces that are there. Because when I sit with you, I keep getting drawn to what an amazingly strong energy you have. And I want to suggest to you that you're actually quite intuitive as well. And I feel like you're aware of this, okay? So procrastinating, creating delays to avoid action is not going to serve you any purpose right now, okay? I feel like this is something that's been on your head for a little while, like you're kind of aware that you're not feeling as great as what you should because of X, Y, and Z. So pay attention to that, okay? Pay attention to that. Those that matter aren't going to go anywhere when you honour yourself more. In fact, they're going to go, yes. You know, for those of you that have an issue with that, well, goes to show where their motivations were in the first place, okay? So if I follow your story a little bit, just again, talks about the fact that you need to stay connected to yourself. Okay, your desires, your emotions, your patience, truths, understandings, priorities, da 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 da. You need to stay connected to yourself, and when you do that, you see your personal growth. Okay, personal, beautiful growth, self-awareness, opportunity, and potential. And when you do that as well, you get the improvements card that comes in straight after that. Okay, so it'll serve you well to honour yourself just a little bit more. But again, I want to be mindful with my words because when I say that, even that's there, you just have such this amazing, caring, beautiful, loving energy that just exudes from you, okay? And I want to be very specific that I feel like these are all beautiful qualities, okay? I don't feel like you're sitting in negative, for example, but for yourself, perhaps you may be a little bit, because as I said, that candle's burning at both ends, all right, Mel? So a little bit of food for thought, and just know through the rebalance that you're completely safe and you're completely secure in that, okay, and that you're going to feel much better for it. It's almost like, you know, when we've been living in the same room for 10 years and we've never changed it around and we've never moved a piece of furniture, and then we get in there and we get a good dust out, empty it out, put everything back in, and we haven't lost anything. We've still got everything we had before, but now it's so much cleaner, so much neater. The dust bunnies are all gone, and you know, we've washed the curtains and the breeze comes through a lot easier. So just a little bit of food for thought, Mel, and I hope that helps. Hope that helps. Okay. For those of you that are here, don't care how many times you do it, can you please leave me thumbs and hearts? Comments. Go away. My notifications covering the comments. All right, so I'm smashing down to the bottom. Yep. Oh, Amanda, I clicked on you by accident, but I always feel like that's not an accident. I'm gonna pull cards from you, but I know I don't do mediumship on the live feeds. However, while we're talking about that, so I must have clicked on you for a reason. We do a live feed here, which is all psychic and with the cards. There will be some opportunities to sit on mediumship dems over the next few weeks. And again, if you like the Facebook page, they'll be up on there and you'll be notified. Otherwise, if you don't want to like the Facebook page, just come back and check several times when those notifications come up, because the spaces will be limited. And that will be a free of charge event at the moment. Just throwing it out there because the churches and everyone else is a bit slow at the moment. So yeah, all right. So All right, Amanda, let's have a look and see. So there's a lot of movement around an older child with you at the moment. Not necessarily a negative, but just like next phase almost energy. All right, but focusing on you. You got the decisions, choices, and directions card, okay? self-care card. It talks about truth, honour and awareness, as I know you know. Take a chance. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. All right. So you've got the take a chance card. If I follow your story, you've got the love card, the unity card, which talks about relationships. Loves relationships and trust. Not necessarily lovers, okay? But absolutely a relationship that has a lot of love in it. And generally not like mother, father, daughter, son, energy. You understand, okay? When I follow that through, you've got the sunset card, which talks about the end of an era coming out. And then you've got the self-denial card thereafter. When I ask why, self-sabotage, refusal, stubbornness, da-da-da-da-da. What I want to say in essence that's here is that I feel like you're aware that something needs to shift, okay? And I feel like you're aware that this is particular to a person or persons that are joined, okay? Take a chance. Nothing changes if nothing changes. There needs to be a big shift into this relationship. Sometimes a relationship can be with you. Okay. All right. So yeah, I want to keep with what I've said, but you're it's okay. Yeah, I'm just listening. Sorry. All right. So, what I want to keep what I've said. Absolutely, that's there. But what I want to say and what Spirit's kind of saying to me at the moment is that you're losing the relationship with yourself in these processes. That's there as well. So, for whatever important reason that's around you in that regard, you need to stop losing onto yourself. Damn. That's why I do psychic on the live feeds, because I sit here and I listen. This is a relationship you've had for a while. And I'm struggling because I don't want to focus just on like one person. I think you understand what I'm talking about with that, okay? As I said, personal persons that are joint, okay? It's like you feel like the energy around you no longer is kind of fitting for you, okay? But like you're in that circle and I want to step out of that circle, okay? Just know that those choices and decisions are right, because when you stay in that circle, you're in a position of self-denial, okay? You're in a position of self-sabotage. You're not honouring yourself enough that's there. And I know you want to step out, but that you're not, okay? Don't be afraid to make the changes that are coming in around you. Interestingly enough, I keep feeling a move as well. Okay, I keep feeling a move. So the fact that I was drawn to your eldest at first, and that move may be associated around them, but I keep feeling a move that's coming in around you. Don't be afraid to clear out the stables here. Okay, yeah, so you're moving on towards bigger things. They need to look at the bigger picture. Yeah, what you need to know most for yourself is that the energies need to come from within you. The beginnings and endings are a natural cycle. You need to take 5, and you need to not let your doubt take over this situation, okay? So, Amanda, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Sorry, I kind of scattered between psychic and jumping in with spirit then, because I literally sat and spoke. But I hope that helps. I hope that helps. The energy that I'm feeling that's there is it's like a little bit frustrating, but I can definitely feel it through my heart as well. So, Amanda, I hope that helps. Oh, okay. Now, let me go back up to where your comment was, because there, Pauline. I want to grab onto your tool. Will my situation get better? Not if it's left as it is right now. Not if it's left as it is right now. Again, I feel like you're trying to be everything for everyone. Trying to be the glue. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah. Things were okay. I might need to go back a bit in time, but things were okay. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of confusion, a lot of doubt, clouded judgment, all of those kind of little bits and pieces, which is obvious from your question. Then you get the male card. Now, this can very much be directly talking about a male partner that this is relating to. but it also represents needing to call onto your strength. Okay, needing to call onto your strength and do what it is that you need to do. Know that you've got support around you and that this is going to be a challenging matter of the heart. But be positive, because you do have a way through this. You need to make a commitment to move forward. You need to pay attention to what this is doing to you, how this is making you feel. And overall, like I tell you, the reason why this health card exists is there because, you know, you see I say no health, on the live feeds, is because it's such a, like, disease and dis-ease in the body equals disease. You know, it's that imbalance and things like that. And I'm very drawn to your physical self as far as what this is actually doing to you on an overall basis, okay? And I'm not suggesting that you're getting some disease, okay? Please do not take me out of context like that. What I do want to suggest to you is that you can feel yourself breaking down, okay? Absolutely, restoration is here. So I don't want to say that you've gone too far or anything else like that, but I really want you to kind of pay attention. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You know, you can, thanks. You can flog a horse as much as you want, but if it's dead, it's dead. What you need to know most for yourself, okay, is that you need to take 5. You need to recuperate. You need to be mindful of what's going on around you here, and you need to see the forest through the trees, okay? If it looks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it is a fucking duck, okay? Loud and clear, and I feel like you need to see that, all right? Because you've got, again, this big, beautiful heart that's honouring everyone else except yourself right now around you, okay? So what you need to know, as I said, is take that 5. And when you do, energies are shifting for the better when you acknowledge that this way does not work. This way does not work, okay? But know that you are secure. You are secure in your choices. You are secure in the decisions that you make based on what you've asked around here, okay? This left up to somebody else is going to see you left unhappy. All right? So I hope that helps, Pauline. I really do. Okay. 59 thumbs, hearts. Beautiful, guys. Let's get that to 100. Thumbs and hearts. Thumbs and hearts. As predicted, it shifted south. That's my sister messaging me. She lives up in Cairns. They had a cyclone coming, but it's shifted south, which is always good to hear. Oh, unless you're south. Oh, that's funny. Oh, hey, nice. Yeah, cool. Shelby. All right. Do I see your business taking off? Would love a reading, please. Yep. I want to say to you, over the next 12 months, you see those initial steps of growth that's there. The first 12 months is always about the lessons and things like that as well. Like who to trust, who not to trust, who to be generous to, who not to be generous to, you know, all of those kind of little bits and pieces, and learning to have a backbone as well. It's something that I certainly had to gather my resources around. So, absolutely yes, but just consider this next 12 months as your classroom. Okay, it's where you get to make mistakes. It's where you get to have your challenges. It's where you get to, as I said, sit back and go, oh, that didn't work so well. Okay, so nice positive energy though in that. Okay, nice positive energy in that. I want to be very, very clear around that. It's almost like what I get in my head, like when I first started this business, I sold product as well. Salt lamps, crystals, So when, it keeps running through my head, I've still got a shitload of them. I keep seeing my crystal collection in the garage at work. What I did though is I was doing the markets, and I kind of had 3 by 6 meters stall that's there, and this thing was jam packed. I swear I was the first one there and the last one to leave. It took me so long to pack up, set down, and some days I'd stand there doing all that freaking work and I would earn $50. Okay, now let's take into consideration it cost me $60 for the site fee, fuel, It was costing me to go to work all this time, but throughout that I kind of learned, you know, what was happening, what was not working, and all of that kind of stuff. And it's the same kind of energy that's there. So don't be afraid to lose a couple of bucks here or there, or fall on your ass a little bit here and there. It's all part and parcel of the beautiful journey that'll see you rising and shining. Be mindful who you're taking advice from around you as well. Okay, so yeah, worries and doubts, which is natural. You know, where you're at as far as it goes, but just as I said, have a little bit of patience. Keep yourself mindful. Keep yourself mindful. Again, know that this is a year of lessons. That's it. There's my other card. My leaf. The answers are blowing in the wind. There's lessons within. But you've got a really strong unity energy that comes through. This business will bring through some changes that are there, so be open to embracing those changes. Just stay connected with yourself. Again, know the energy has to be with you, so be mindful who you're associating with through it. Everyone's got their great advice. Don't be afraid of the self-awareness that this brings in around. This is going to be a business journey, but also very much a personal journey as well. Okay. It'll have some impact on relationships around you as far as family, lovers, those kind of energies go. It doesn't need to be destructive, though. It just needs to be managed. Okay, just needs to be managed. So yeah, a good year ahead. And overall, like, I feel like that keeps growing. Just know that this first year, as I said, I want to focus on the lessons, the challenges, the build-ups, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, people that come in around you, and all of those kind of little bits and pieces that's there. I want to be cheeky with it, and I will be cheeky with it. It's like, just so you're kind of aware, some of the energy that's there as well. It's like, you know, you guys know I'm a psychic and a medium and things like that. And sometimes I'll go somewhere, and I just want to say sometimes, and I'll be having a conversation. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I do that. And you know what I mean? It's like, let me help you. I can figure that out as well. And it's like, you know what? Always listen. Always take on advice. Listen to the advice, but only takes what serves. All right? So I hope all that makes sense, Shelby. All right, let's keep going. You're very welcome. What's it say? In a churn. Natasha. You're on my board. Why have we not reconnected? Literally, you're on my whiteboard. I'm looking at your name up there. Or Hypno. Send me a message if you're still keen, because your name's on my board. Alright, anyway, let me pull some cards for you. $63, nice. You've got the detox card straight up. Time to let go of what no longer serves. Now, the difference between this card, the detox card, and the other card I've got, which is clearing out the stables, the detox card has a volcano. So I always picture like a pimple, depending on what tickles your fancy, I suppose. The picture a volcano or a pimple. But but what my point is behind both of those is, you know, thinking of a volcano, for example, it can sit dormant for like 100 years. That doesn't mean that it is sitting dormant. There's an energy building up behind it. You know, that lava is building up, and it'll get to the point where it wants to explode. And so this is what we're talking about, letting go of what no longer serves. It's like being able to walk up to that volcano and go, hey, I can see you're about to erupt. Let me just release this pressure valve that's here and start letting some of this pressure out so we don't get this huge explosion. Okay, you need to let go of what no longer serves. You've got the Crossroads card, which talks about decisions and choices and directions, okay? And so those two cards very much are marrying up with each other. That's there. It's like you've got a decision to detox, okay? The uncertainty that goes with it, the confusion, the doubt, absolutely, but it's time and you know it. Just take a moment. You need to look after yourself, but know that self-trust and self-belief is where it all begins. You're stuck in your head around this, but once you kind of acknowledge and see what needs to be done, you're going to start to see improvements of self and situations. And there's your clearing out the stables card as well. Out with the old and in with the new. There's definitely some energy that needs to be shifted from around you, okay? Once you do all of that, you get the growth card that comes in. Okay, and I've got 2 trees in this deck. I'm a big person on the tree of life, and that is specifically why they're trees. It talks about growth and all of those beautiful things, okay? You just need to focus on the bigger picture beyond long-term self and moments. Not everyone may be happy with the choices that you make, but you know what? It ain't their life, okay? So what you need to know most for yourself is that the completions card is in, okay? One door closes, another one opens, okay? So you've got both clean out cards and you've got the completions card, okay? Something is wanting to come to an end around you. Don't hold on to it, okay? It'll serve you well to let it go. This completions card, though swaths full of destruction, also reminds me of the bush, okay? You know when we get the bush burnout, and it looks all black and scarred and charred and you think, oh my God, you know. And then like a few weeks later you come past and see all these beautiful green shoots coming out and it actually looks gorgeous. It's like this whole new contrast and things like that. So completions is a good thing, okay? So just know nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Okay, once we acknowledge that, you've got an era wanting to come out because you've got the sunset card that's there and you've got the changes card that comes straight in, okay? And I feel like this is almost like a big 180 change that can come into play, all right? But just know you're going to be so much better off for it. So much better off for it, okay? So Natasha, I hope that that helps. And I keep looking at your name up there on my whiteboard now. Send me a message if you still want to do the past life regression. All right. It was funny, I didn't even click to the 2 until I brought you up. All right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. All right, Zara. Oh, hello. I haven't seen your name for a while as well. How you going? All right, let me focus on Zara. Okay. Zara. Nice. Okay. What's your jump card? Okay. So you've got energies are shifting for the better around you. So there's a change of luck coming in. And now when I'm talking and the reason why I kind of halted is because there's a beautiful energy connected into this, and I don't want to be dismissive with it. Okay. Change of luck. Oh, that's nice. There's a change of luck. No. This is a change of energy. This is a change of luck. Things are shifting. Things are shifting around you. Okay. Do not hold on to what no longer serves through this shift because it's going to slow things down, all right? Stand strong. You've got this, all right? Procrastinating to create delays to avoid action, no need for it. No need for it. This is such a beautiful shift that's coming through that even if it hurts a bit, you know, when we rip off the Band-Aid, it's all good. You're going to be well served to do so. To keep focused on the bigger picture, okay, and make decisions and choices that are focused on your long term, not what suits you right now or what suits other people right now, okay? Keep yourself nice and grounded and know that you do not need all the answers right now. There are still answers that are coming, okay? So don't feel like that you're caught. Don't feel like you're trapped, okay? Releasing, letting go, releasing binds. It is time. You know it. You feel it. A bit of shit to clear out of the stables yet, we know that. But what you need to know most for yourself right now is just have a little bit of patience. Spirit is around you. There is something around you right now that is not working because you've got the dead end card that's there and they're asking you, where are you? Where are you? This is what you need to know most, okay? And when you acknowledge that, you get the beautiful growth card that comes in, okay? So I want to say it's like I'm sitting on about 6 months worth of energy. I don't feel like it's just like something that takes 2 seconds. All right, I feel like this is a big shift that's coming through. It may be something that you're choosing to undertake, for example, okay? But just know, I can feel that there's challenges within this. By no yards of the stickers or any of these challenging energies feel impossible. And that, by George, you're going to look back and go, thank God I did that. That is one thing I definitely do not regret doing in this life, all right? So Zara, I hope that that helps. I hope that that helps. All right. You know what, Anthony, I wanted to jump on because I just noticed your name before and so I went, I haven't seen you for a while. How you going? That was directed at you. As you are aware, and if you're not aware, I do not do mediumship on these feeds. That's there because I'm an evidential medium and I like to stick with that So, what I would like to stick with that, no, I'm not going to sit here and explain myself anyway. What I want to say to you is very much so, keep in mind out for the signs and things like that around you. Spirit in those first couple of weeks when they passed over very much want you there to let their family know that they're okay. All right, your nan was a very beautiful, generous person that's there. May have been a little bit of distance here and there through different various reasons, or perhaps there was some slight disconnections throughout the family. Just, again, don't want to be out of context with that. It's just what I'm being shown. But what I want to show you is that absolutely so. And I keep getting quite drawn to signs. And just yes, okay. I know it's very simple for me to say yes, and that I like to put more substance into things, but I just wanted to acknowledge and say, look out for the signs that's there. If you ever have a reading, whether it be with me or with somebody else, okay, you will get your validation around. Your nan's a really strong, beautiful communicator. She was quite resourceful and she knew how to get things done in her own little beautiful way. All right, and I want to be cheeky with that. I want to be cheeky with that energy that's there. She was a strong woman and she needed to know how to do what she needed to do. That sounded, you understand what I mean by that. So yes, Anthony, yes. I'm sitting here vague because I wanted to acknowledge but not do a mediumship, and she's trying. Anyway, 100% yes, and you will get validation around that. Okay, you will get validation around that. All right. All right, let's have a look and see where we're at. Guys, I'm going to do a few more minutes here. Again, let me just annoy you for a second. Please like my Facebook page, or if you're following me on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. That is there. It takes 2 seconds to do and means the world to me. Please. No, I don't want to edit. Save that. Show that. Welcome to my live feed. Please leave lots of hearts. It helps with my algorithm. All right. Hey. Hello. All right. Yep, okay, beautiful. I've got this one and my next one in my head. All right, excellent, excellent. Donna. Oh, you know a song I got in my head? I always put songs, people's names sometimes. When I was a kid, like 9, 8 years old, I used to listen to the La Bamba album on tape. You know that movie, La Bamba? La 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 Bamba. And I would listen to that tape over and over and over and over. And one of the songs on there, oh, Donna. Oh, I'm going to play me a bit of Richie Valens, I reckon, today. I had a girl, Donna was her name. Oh, I gotta laugh. All right, let's have a focus. Okay, nice. Okay, so you've got the grounding card that comes straight up, straight. It's saying, just take a moment, just breathe, keep yourself connected. In other words, make sure you're looking after yourself at the moment. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Make sure that your self-care is paramount. Make sure that you're taking a moment just to breathe each day. Because you've got the completions card that comes in straight after that. One door closes, another one opens. And the completions usually comes through with quite a big energy. Okay, but as you may have just heard me say 5 seconds ago, it's also about for me, but I'm so tempted to change this card actually, because when I use this card, I see the bush burn out and I see all that beautiful green shrubs that comes in. Okay, so this is not an ending, it's a regeneration, okay, and you're about to see improvements of self and situations around you. So if you're coming off the back of a few challenging months, still a little bit of work there to be done, and I feel like this isn't something that you're doing. I feel like it's something that's coming in at you. Just keep riding that wave, doing what you need to do, because it is going to bring in some improvements, okay? Just, keep looking after yourself. Know that the support is there. Don't let yourself get caught up in these moments becoming phases, okay? They're moments. They're moments. Do what you need to do for yourself, looking after, and that includes being positive, and be very mindful where you're setting your intention, okay? If we focus on the negative of what can happen, that's generally what happens. Like, how many times do people sit back and go, I told you it wouldn't work. So, because you set out that it wasn't going to work. You know what I mean? So be mindful where the intention lays. Focus on the beautiful things. Focus on seeing like if you're going for a job, for example, and you know, for anyone else that's on here who's listened to that, if you're going for a job, for example, focus on seeing yourself getting that job. Focus on the interview being so successful, walking in there with this beautiful rapport with people. Da 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 da. You know, it's all that kind of energy. So as far as where our certain intentions go, focus on the success, not the failures. Okay. All right. Yep, sure. Sure. Mickey El Sol numero 7. Mecca. If I didn't say that right, well, it's as good as it's going to get. But I'll always pull for you even if I can't say your name. Alright, so guys, how long have we got left? So we've just hit an hour. I'll do 2 more after this one, okay? Okay. Alright. So straight up, you got the transformation card, which talks about the fact that you've obviously been putting in a lot of hard work towards yourself. And I feel like this is a lot of learning. Yes, absolutely, maybe some educational learning, but I want to also include life learning as well, okay? And yeah, particularly life learning that's there, all right? Because, and I feel like as well, you know, through your life, you've learnt things a lot through life experience. It hasn't always been easy for you, okay, but that you've always kind of persevered and gotten through. A few little scrapes on the knees in the way, but you understand, okay? And so it's like almost like all that hard work, all that diligence is starting to pay off, and the universe is just wanting to remind you of that, okay? Now, when you've got that beautiful card of transforming into I keep wanting to say beautiful self, true self, you get the sunset card that comes in, which talks about the fact that all of this is bringing out an end of an era, an end of a way of life, okay? Just keep yourself grounded through that process. It's there, and for me, I want to go on to the other side. Doesn't mean we've lost anything around us by any odds of people and circumstances and places. It just means things are falling into a better time, okay? So trust in that. You've done a lot of hard work, and you've been very, very loyal to your family and those around you. Make sure you offer yourself that same side of things as well. I feel like there's perhaps a couple of little businessy ideas around you, and I just want to say your self-trust and your self-belief is where it all begins, and you've got the support around you to make it happen, okay? It's natural to have a little bit of worry and doubt with that, and to sort of look back and go, well, who am I to be able to do all of this? But you are you, okay? And you've got that security there, which just shows that you are secure in your life and your choices, okay? And that by bringing in self-doubt around you, it doesn't work, and it kind of shuts things down. All right, so just know that you've walked the walk, you've hoed the row. It is your time to start to shine now, okay? So don't be afraid to step into that power and that energy that's there. There's a switch over that's coming, okay? There's a switch over that's coming. And I want to say that you're already feeling it around you now, okay? So I hope that helps and gives you a little bit of food for thought. Food for thought. Okay, I want to actually go back and listen to what I said. Okay. Alright. That's alright. Alright, where are we at 1:30? Okay, that's alright. Because I channel when I read, I forget what I've said 5 minutes later. I actually just want to go back and see what I said. Alright, apart from that, alright, so I'm going to do 2 more, guys. I will be back Friday evening at 8 o'clock. That's a regular time. The week one is changing. You'll see it's a different time each week for a couple of weeks. I'm just trying to work out what works best for you guys, so feel free to comment that. You're absolutely welcome. Yes. Angela. Any luck for me? loves it. It's definitely been a theme today, Monday morning theme. All right, so Angela, any luck for me? Absolutely, actually, because your first card out is about improvements. So you've got improvements around self and situations, and just know that you're secure. Know that you're secure. Some of this, you know, like sometimes when we've got to, what's a good example? It's the most dickiest example they're putting in my head, but I'll use it anyway. Get halted, I argue with my guides sometimes. So what they're showing me, like when we talk about that, okay, is that you are secure. What I wanted to show was that sometimes we've got to lose our safety net, but it's like we're just changing it over. So what they're kind of showing me is like a big pool, and like you're swimming in the pool each day and you're doing your laps, but you know, you've maybe found a bit better water or whatever else, and so we've got to empty it out. So if you dive in while it's empty, obviously it's going to go on the bottom and splat, you know. But so it's like just temporarily, it might feel really insecure or really unstable, aka all the water's gone, we can't go swimming, but it's getting filled back up, okay? Probably a shitty example, but that's the one they gave me, so that's the one I'm using. That's there, okay? So even if things feel a little bit like, oh my God, over the next, say, 2 months, we're just changing over. We're just switching over the safety net. We've upgraded. We've bought a bigger one. You know what I mean? So just don't jump for a second and you'll be fine. And that this is good for you, okay? Because it's saying that you need to think about the long term, especially around your health, physical, emotional, spiritual, So be mindful of your balance moving forward, because you are moving into a place of release, freedom, all of those kind of beautiful bits and pieces where your self-love and determination are going to really sort of shine. Clearing out the stables, yes. So as I said, out with the old and in with the new. Okay, we're clearing out the old, we're changing the old nets, we're emptying out the old water, we're bringing in new. Okay, so things might feel a little bit unbalanced through that time, but everything is a-okay. All right, everything is a-okay, and on the other side of it, everything is much stronger and fresher. Okay, so I hope that helps, Angela. I hope that helps. All right. If you guys would like to leave me some hearts or thumbs as I smash out the last reading, that's always good. You're absolutely welcome. Absolutely welcome. What is that in Perth time? 8 o'clock. Perth, I believe you guys are 3 hours behind, so which will be about 5 o'clock in the afternoon for Perth. 6, thanks. Is it 6? Is it 3? And then like 4, like daylight savings. I always get that mixed up. But thank you for clearing that up, Donna. Much appreciated. Yeah, Patty, I don't want to pull cards for you and you're not my last reading, just that's there, but I just want to say yes. I was just flicking through the things there. Absolutely I can. Absolutely I can. Yeah. Obviously, we know that things are busy through that time. But yeah, I just want to, like, such a strong just yes that's sitting around there. And I want to say to you, I hear no more than 6 weeks. Okay? So, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely you will. It's not easy, but it's absolutely manageable. Us women, we kick ass. All right, so I can never find that last person. I always go like, so it could be 2. See, with daylight savings, yeah. One of you has got Google. Have a look and see right now what time it is. Hey, Penny, if you're in Perth, what time is it? What time is it there right now? That will tell us our answer. We've got the Perth time thing going on. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Yeah, all right. So Annette, you're my last reading, but if any, Penny, what time is it in Perth? Because that'll tell us. I'm assuming 7:15. Yeah, so you're 3 hours behind, so it'll be 5 o'clock for you. Perfect. Thank you. I know this because one of the girls that I study with when we do the clinical hypno training, is in Perth and our class starts at 9:30 and the poor bugger's up at like crack of dawn. All right, and that's need direction. You're sitting strong. You've got a really interesting spread. You got the prosperity card that comes out first, the self-care card, the completions card. If I start to follow the story, which I will in a second. So what I want to say to you, Annette, is your foundation, you feel strong. You feel like you're coming from a place of strength. Just to get real technical in my description. So why is it telling me that? You're standing in a position of strength. You may not see that around you right now, okay, but you are. Sometimes that strength looks in different ways and shapes and forms. It's almost like, I can't think of the word right now, but to give you an example, let's look at water. Sometimes water's solid like ice. Sometimes water's liquid like water, like liquid, like water, like liquid. Other times it can become vapor as steam. It's still all the same thing, but see how sometimes it looks different. Okay, feels different, transfers different. It's that same energy that's there. So I'm wanting to look around you right now and gather my resources and see exactly what I've got. What's sitting as ice, what's sitting as liquid, what's sitting as steam, and seeing it for what it is, okay? You've also got the self-care card that's there, which talks about truth, honor, and awareness. And so I just want you to, while you're doing all of that, is to make sure you're looking after yourself as well. Make sure you're not getting yourself in a bit of a flurry. Okay, because then you get the completions card that sits there and it's like, okay, this is what I've got, sweet, now I can move forward, move on with what I've got. And I'm not even needing to let things go. It's like I'm just needing to kind of chill and take a breath and reaffirm what is around me and what I have as far as my resources and bits and pieces goes. It's almost like, I guess, for example, if we're, the vision that they give me is that, I'm looking at a field and I'm wanting to plant stuff around that field, and so it's like, okay, well, I've just gone to the shed, I've worked out these are the seeds I've got, these are the tools I've got, and this is the fertilizer I've got in hand, this is what I can do, okay, and then I've got this beautiful field that's about to grow and flourish and be all abundant, okay, so it's that kind of energy that's there around, all right, so I hope that makes sense for you. Just know that self-trust, self-belief, like you've got what you need that's there. You've got that transformation that's coming that sits, and as I said, that beautiful flourishment that's there. Keep yourself grounded. Be mindful of the decisions and the choices that you're making are right for you, okay? And just know that no action is actually a point of self-denial, and that you are safe to move forward. You are safe for what you've got around. Look up and see what's around you. I feel like there's more around you than what you're actually realising, okay? And that it'll serve you quite well to do that. Just have a little bit of God, you've got a lot of growth stuff that comes through here. And taking a moment. Like, it's funny that I use the analogy of the veggie farm, because it's all like the patience card talks transformation card. There's something going from a seedling to the flower, the sunflower. The patience card is the same thing, seedling to the plant. Okay, there's something growing around you. Okay, and it begins, funnily enough, with the tree. All right. So I hope that helps. You've got a good shift coming, but you need to look around, see how much you actually do have around you, and use that to move forward, because it's exactly what you need. You have everything around you right now that you need, okay? So I hope that helps. There is a booking system. What is your schedule like for mediumship? Is there a wait list? Okay, so no, there's not. So guys, I work 7 days a week with this work when I'm able to. I do not have any other job or anything else like that. My life is dedicated to psychic mediumship and clinical hypnotherapy. And so, absolutely, Donna, thank you very much for that. There is a book now on my page. I do believe there's a couple of spots left for this week. I know for a fact that there's stuff left for the week after if you don't get in this week. So yeah, just book in. Video and phone are readily available. If you'd like to book in for face-to-face, you will need to message me, because I need to make sure that you're not living in a hot spot, while COVID is around. But yes, absolutely. This is why as I explained, actually, funnily enough, this come up on Friday, you'll see some mediums and some psychics have like a 6-month wait list. You'll also see that medium psychic works full time, has family, does 10 other things, and da-da-da-da-da. So their time is limited, so they can only give you what they can, which is why we see the big wait lists around. Other medium psychics that work several days a week, you'll see those wait lists don't exist because we're able to just be a little bit more flexible with our times and things like that. One of us is no different than the other. There's no difference in quality or anything else like that. You know what I mean? It's just simply availability affects the wait list. All right. So I hope that helps. Yeah, I'm in Morisset. Donna, I'm in Morisset. Okay. So as long as you haven't been down to Sydney or anything else like that, then you're absolutely fine to come in for face to face. All right. So have a look. You won't find the link that's there. My number. Let me, I can do this, watch this. Watch this. It's all magic. It's not magic. 9033. Save. Show. That's my phone number, 0400 819 033. So for anyone that wants to book face-to-face that hasn't been able to see it on the booking link just yet, I'll fix it up over the next couple of weeks, but obviously with restrictions, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, just trying to keep the best for everybody. Call me, send me a text message or call me and I can send you the private link for face-to-face. Other than that, guys, as I said, if you haven't liked my Facebook page, please do so while you're here and you'll be notified when I do go live. Next one is 8 o'clock on Friday. You will find me on other various little platforms through the week. If you're meant to find me down there, you will, but feel free to search my name. You'll find me in lots of places. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you all on Friday, and I will see you all again next week. I do believe next week's live feed is not decided. Let me go check my diary. All right. Have a beautiful day, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure to read for you all today, and much appreciate your support with the thumbs and the hearts. And other than that, take care, be good. If you can't be good at it.